Merry Christmas again, and welcome back to Inside Quotes. I hope you've had a great Christmas. If you've had that already, I'm not sure when this is coming out. Probably before Christmas, if I might ask. We'll see. But welcome back to Inside Quotes, the show where my brother and I rewatch, review, and relive the staples of our childhood. This is episode 136, and I'm your host, Jeremy, and with me today is my older brother, Jonathan. Jonathan, welcome back to the show.
Quack, quack, everybody. Merry Christmas. It's great to be back on the show. Jeremy, if we were spending Christmas together, would you rather go on a cruise or...
Cruise.
Okay. There you go.
Wait, what was the other idea?
Just like spending time with our family.
Cruise. Just kidding. But Jonathan, I do have an idea. I'm ready for a cruise. Who needs Christmas?
Okay, so did you wear that on the actual cruise that you went on?
I have, yes. I have a cruise collection from Shein.
Okay.
It goes great with quarter zips from North Face. Where were we?
We're talking about cruises.
Yes. So, yes, I have been on 2 cruises, but not one during Christmas. We could try it. We're both going to Florida in a week. All I'm saying.
Maybe not.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, maybe another time. Me and Abby did check on like a quick 3-day cruise near the end, but
yeah.
There's nothing good going out of Tampa. I was like, we're gonna be in Tampa. We might as well. But no, well, not right now. But yeah, Christmas with the Kranks. Okay. So, Jonathan, this week we are covering the 2004 film. Film is a questionable phrase because this movie, Christmas with the Kranks, is a good one, I think. Because if you check on Rotten Tomatoes, this might be one of the lowest rated Rotten Tomatoes scores movies that we've covered, and that's saying a lot. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes or 5% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Mine says 5 here
okay.
on my screen.
I must have rated it higher. 5%? Are you kidding me?
That is ridiculously
This movie's not
low.
good, but 5%?
It's not 5% bad, you know?
No. I feel like there's a good amount of cast members in this to where they get at least 1% each. Any kids movie with Emmett Walsh is getting minimum of 10%. Just because of him.
That's fair, yeah. Snow Dogs, anyone?
Snow Dogs. This movie. Racing Stripes. Something recent, actually.
There's a lot of hate for this movie, I feel like, when I searched for it, and this, just like the reviews and stuff, and it's not a great movie.
People don't like it when people don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, it's the haters, is what it is. And I just don't think it's that bad. I feel like this is actually like this isn't one that we watched a ton growing up, but
it was
like,
kind of crude.
I can see this being a staple for like a lot of families. And I feel like it's got like a lot of like classic moments for a Christmas movie. And
I would venture to say it has just as much as Elf does, and Elf is number 1 for the majority of people.
That's a big one for most people. Yeah, I don't know. I actually did see this movie in the theaters though. When it came out. Yeah, I went with my friend Chad. He just like invited me to the movies, and this was playing, so we went to go. So you weren't there, but I do remember seeing it, and like.
Have we talked about Chad?
I don't think so.
On this podcast? There's some lore with Chad. Oh, listeners, you might understand the camaraderie me and Jonathan have as brothers now, but it didn't always used to be this tight growing up. I used to be the annoying younger brother, and he did not hang out with me as much as I wanted him to. And what he would do is hang out with his friend Chad without me,
Mm-hmm.
left to my own devices. And sometimes he'd even get a phone call from Chad. And Chad...
You're making it sound like I made him up now.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no,
you
Chad
get a
was
phone
it-
call from Chad.
Oh, yeah? He sure spoke a lot when I talked to him on the phone. His friend would completely... I would be like, hey, I want to talk to Chad. Because I was trying to get him to like ask me to hang out with him too, so I can hang out with my older brother. And he'd be like, okay, here's my brother. And he'd hand me the phone and be like, hey, Chad, how's it going? I heard a lot about you.
Silence.
No matter how long I waited, he would just shut down, not talk to me, period. Made me feel like he wasn't real. And then it became a bit, and y'all did it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, joke's on you, Chad. We should have an episode with Chad, and it be nobody talking.
He's here now.
Chad, the imaginary friend, from my perspective. So you saw this movie by yourself, huh?
Yeah, I just went to the movie co on my own, watched it. I was like, yeah, that was pretty funny. When, he's trying to smoke the cinnamon sticks. Yeah, that was funny.
That was so... He's just the classic dad that's always cracking a joke. That's just him. He bleeds comedy.
Mm-hmm. I did think it was kind of funny, just like rewatching it now, thinking about him as like, he is the Santa Claus. So for him to like play this character that's trying to skip Christmas, I feel like maybe they were trying to play off of that a little bit. But he didn't go like full like Scrooge, It was really like, honestly, like he had
Christmas.
A valid point. Like, let's just take a break this year. We're spending too much money on Christmas. Let's spend that money
$6,000
on a
cruise.
$3,000 in 2004.
Yeah, $3,000 on a Carnival cruise is a lot.
They should have upgraded for something else. Didn't have to go Carnival. I've never been on a cruise. I'm planning to. But
it's sponsored by the Carnival Jubilee, which is, by the way, still in use.
Oh,
20
really?
years later. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. Let me look this up.
Yeah, do it.
Let's see. Am I sharing?
Not yet.
Yeah. We can book a Carnival Jubilee.
Did they build a new one? The AI thing
I
said
guess.
Built in 23.
Maybe they redid it.
Okay.
Because I know they sold a lot of their ships to Margaritaville.
Okay.
2004. How about that? The original Carnival Jubilee.
Now it's in Australia.
Wait. This wasn't the poop cruise, was it?
I think it would have come up in the search results.
Yeah? Well, I'm going to type in. Which ship was poop cruise? Chris. The Carnival Triumph.
Oh,
okay.
Triumph. Okay.
Man, I don't know which one I'd want to go on first. Answer is neither of them. All right. The episode is not sponsored by Carnival Cruises. Although, if they paid for us to go on a cruise and rate it, I might go on it. Maybe.
So the whole, the premise for this movie is Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis, her married couple, they're dropping their daughter off at the airport. She's joining the Peace Corps. And she's
November, right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's it's the movie is like a really short time frame, I feel like, as far as the holiday season. But so she's not going to be home for Christmas. They're trying to decide what they want to do. But I've been seeing a lot of TikToks recently about just people hating on Blair's character. Blair is the problem.
Blair is the problem.
She goes away. All of a sudden, she shows up. She's engaged to some random dude.
Man.
Yeah, does she never call either, or just I don't know.
Guess not. Who's leaving your family for a whole year?
Mm-hmm. To join the Peace Corps.
Yeah. Also, it's very normal for families to skip Christmas when they want to do an experience like a ski trip or a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that Christmas cruises are very nice, and they do like fun decorations, different shows, and like Christmassy foods. It sounds like a fun time, just in the Caribbean. And people just don't need the snow.
So our family was always very much like, we didn't go...
No boats.
Yeah, no, we were never going on a boat for sure. I mean, we always were like, no, we're celebrating Christmas like the way we do with family. And I get that. But like now that we're older, you know, it's just like, I'm down to just like, let's do an experience, you know?
I'm the same way.
But I don't know if we ever will. Not with that attitude, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I'm like low-key watching this movie, and I'm like, man, I really hope this works out for them. Are they going to get away with it? I hope so.
It's a very common thing. I have friends that have done it. Instead of, like, maybe they'll get one tiny present. But, yeah. You could even pack yourself a little Christmas tree and open presents in your stateroom. It's a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I lost my train of thought.
I was thinking about this neighborhood, basically.
Okay.
Neighbors, all the houses, they go all out at Christmas time.
This cultish community.
Yes. Okay, but it reminded me of, you know, the street that we always, as a tradition, drive down every year in Tampa.
Yes.
Hialeah Street.
Hialeah Street.
That every house goes all out with their Christmas lights. And we always drive down it, you know, when we're in town at night slowly, you know.
Yeah.
We're not the only ones. It's like a known spot that people go to.
Yeah. It's the spot.
But like, I've always wondered, you know, like when people buy a house on that street, like does the realtor have to have a conversation and be like, just so you know,
for sure,
you're gonna participate in some stuff.
You're gonna. There was always that one house that didn't participate, and we were like,
I know
they're probably Jewish, but
yeah,
still, they could move.
But it was like, I always wondered, like, if someone didn't do any decorations or didn't go as much as the others, like, do we have Dan Aykroyd showing up in their front yard, like, you know, trying to convince them, like, we need to do a little bit more.
Free Frosty, free Frosty, free Frosty. Yeah, and there's so many donations to be given. Like, that really is a season of giving. That's not as represented as much today, I would say, because there's a lot of online giving and stuff. But
yeah,
like the cops were asking for donations.
The scouts
were selling Christmas trees. Very good. Very good. I really loved the scouting representation. Not a lot of movies have real Cub Scouts. That's always like fake. Like in The Pacifier, they were Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, but they weren't real.
These were official BSA uniforms of the time that we had and wore.
Here.
I was paying close attention to that. I did feel like they mismatched the pants on one of them. I feel like one of the Cub Scouts
always that one kid that's wearing jeans, though.
Had the green Boy Scout pants, and he had a Cub Scout, you know, shirt on. But like,
that's right.
But like, even there was some good attention to detail. Like, let me tell you what, one of the Wolf Scouts had arrow points on his. Okay.
Oh,
and if you
probably actual Cub Scouts, and they were like, I got my uniform.
So, I mean, thank you for your service to those boys,
real ones. So I thought I had an idea. Noticing at least one of the scouts. One of the scouts definitely looked like Emmett Walsh, their neighbor. I wonder if that was like his grandson or something. Probably not, but just the bigger one kind of looked like him. Let's see. I don't even know what their names would be.
Okay, so there was one of the scouts. Well, okay, so there was like a scout leader. You know, he had like the scout hat on, right? Mm-hmm. But then also like Dan Aykroyd seemed like he was in charge, you know. But maybe Dan
Aykroyd is a part of every community. He was a part of the carolers at the church.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
He's in with the cops. He's not
He's got the
He's buying
connections.
calendars.
Vic Frohmeyer.
Vic Frohmeyer. And his son Spike, who's definitely just Dewey.
Yeah.
Same actor, same character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Spike.
But do you remember seeing this movie for the first time?
I just feel like it was at someone else's house. It wasn't like us. Maybe it was from the library. But I remember
We didn't own this one. I saw it in theaters, and then
I remember seeing like trailers for it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it, I don't think. And I feel like it was a little bit crude for our family, but then I think we did end up watching it. There's the spray tan scene, of course.
Yeah.
So secondhand embarrassment. Ugh.
When she runs into the priest outside.
Yeah, it just keeps staring at her. Ew.
And then he comes out.
It's shopping
pretty funny.
mall. The spray tan scene was funny because it said $60 for 12 visits. Inflation, I've heard, the going rate for spray tans is $60 a visit. But maybe it sticks better. I don't know.
Now, how much is it for Botox?
This is the second Tim Allen Christmas movie that has had heavy prosthetics within 2 years of each other.
Huh?
Keep searching for. Oh, yeah, the worker at the spray tan place was like, "You look like a corpse." Yeah, and that was the moment where I realized everybody is obsessed with them. They can't. They're like celebrities. It's like they can't escape. They're like, from what we can tell, is that the Kranks are like heavy on Christmas. Like they have the iconic Frosty on their roof that everyone wants back.
I remember that scene, like they're free Frosty, but then like rewatching it, everyone has one. Like they're like demanding uniformity of like the Christmas decorations. Like when it zooms out, like all the houses have their own Frosties on the roof.
This is like one of those like sci-fi dystopian thrillers where the cultish new society must have order, and if you don't fall in line, or like it's like Truman Show sort of, like you stop taking your medicine just to escape. And like if you were like, I don't like Christmas right now, I'm not going to do Christmas this year, it's casual, easy, you can't do that.
Yeah, trying to get out of the simulation.
The simulation. Yeah. What other movie am I thinking of where they do that? Okay, well, this is...
Was it Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause?
Just kidding. No. Everyone thought we were doing Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, because we said it was going to be a Tim Allen Christmas movie, but it wasn't.
I was kind of reminded of another staple of our childhood when it came to Christmas movies, right?
Okay.
Arthur's Perfect Christmas. And here's
why do I feel that too? Because of a shopping mall?
Well, because of this, I'll tell you the connection I'm going with it.
Jonathan, you're digging deep right now. The wrinkles of my brain.
So Baxter, like, Christmas was too like stressful for him and his mom, and so they just did like Baxter Day, And I feel like this kind of reminds me of that. Like, you know what? Let's just like, let's not think about all the stress of Christmas. Like, let's just go on a trip and enjoy ourselves. And it's Baxter Day,
So valid. Everyone, not a single person watching this is like, oh, I wish they were making better choices. But I guess most people were like, you guys are being selfish and you're not participating in our community events.
Sure.
And giving away to all of our community. And like, I guess people are like, you should buy into your community if you're gonna.
He's like, I don't even want to donate to church, It's like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever. Their daughter's in the Peace Corps. Is that enough giving? I feel like me and Abby are definitely gonna do that if our kids can't come home for Christmas. Easily going on a cruise, And when they're like, "Oh, you're going on a cruise," we'll be like, "Missed your opportunity. Could have gone on a cruise." Like if my daughter was coming home, I'd be like, "Sorry, I booked this."
Yeah.
But, this is it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what, it went from chaotic to it landing the plane, or it landed the sleigh. Because I feel like the beginning of this movie, horrible. Probably because Blair's in the beginning of the movie. But like it keeps unraveling and getting absurd and chaotic. And I just realized near the end, I was like, this is just one of those movies where you just have to buy in and forget that it's going to be so absurd and just go with the flow. Because it's supposed to be like. But then it gets serious near the end, and it's the most perfect ending, and it all wraps up so nicely. And all the different side plots, like the burglar, and the power comes back on, and the Mr. Rogers looking umbrella celebration, or umbrella selling guy.
Yeah. Was he Santa? I don't know.
He says he was.
He flies off at the end of the movie, so.
Yeah. He's Mr. Rogers. Yeah, everything wrapped up nicely. But you got to get to the chaotic stuff first.
The search for the hickory honey ham.
Hickory honey ham. And everything is just so dramatic, too.
Mm-hmm.
The way she just, like, reached for the smushed can of ham and just screamed.
It is
Jamie Lee Curtis
mm-hmm.
is a gem. I have to say this.
Say it.
She is up there in all acting. She can do anything. She can do a dumb 5% Rotten Tomatoes movie, and she can do a 100% Rotten Tomatoes movie. And film them all in the same day. We just watched a movie recently, last night, in the theaters, with her in it, called Ella McKay.
Yeah. Danny texted me and told me I should watch it.
I was like, yeah, it's kind of a sleeper pick, because I was like, we were like, let's go see a movie, and that was the thing that was showing, and we were like, okay, let's try it. It was so much more pleasant than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be like a super dramatic, I don't even know what it was going to be about, but I went into it, and it's like it's a kid's movie, but with like a grown-up theme, but it's like shot in the style of a kid's movie, and like the score is in the like a kid's movie style, and it's super calming, and it's also bizarre. I like a bizarre movie. Super weird, but Jamie Lee Curtis also knocks it out of the park. Had to say that. Had to make that known. So yeah.
So, if the listener is going to the movies around the holidays and they're trying to decide between Avatar or Ella McKay, what would you recommend?
Bro, I don't know if Ella McKay's for everybody, but neither is Avatar. People are like, wait, we waited 10 years for the second one. Why would we care about the third one? I feel like it's not going to do well, unless it does. I'm going to see it. I'm unlimited. So, yeah.
I'm just like scrolling through the cast, and I remember seeing Big Mike was in this movie from Chuck.
Big Mike from Chuck and Adventures in Odyssey.
Yeah, that's right.
Just dig into our deep, sheltered Christian life, childhood. Deep cuts.
It happens to me all the time. It happened to me recently, where I'm just watching from something, and I'm like, I know that this guy did a voice on Adventures in Odyssey.
I just can't prove it.
I can tell.
Yeah. That was a good, like, one scene he was in, because they were leaving town.
Yeah, he was just like...
He seemed like a good
in the
neighbor.
Background, but yeah.
He bought $75 worth of stick at the Christmas tree.
Why would he even leave the lot with that?
Yeah, he pulled it off and then he just threw it in his front yard.
So I was looking at the Wikipedia and whatnot, and
Hmm.
so this movie is actually based on a book called Skipping Christmas,
Really?
and it was written by John Grisham, who's like a
The
very
astronaut? Gus Grissom.
yeah. John Grisham is like a very famous author, but he just writes a bunch of like political legal thrillers. Like you
Okay.
just see like a million of his books at the library that no one checks out,
And the thrift store.
but they're like bestsellers. But then he randomly wrote this like Christmas book. Um, but the movie was picked up by Chris Columbus, and his production company put it together. He wrote the script for it, I guess the adaptation or whatnot. But he didn't direct it or anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Somehow this kind of has somewhat of a cozy feel to it, where I feel like Chris Columbus touched it in one way or another.
yeah.
I feel like just people, they was this movie paused in production at all in shooting?
I don't know.
Because I feel like it's one of those movies that they switch directors midway.
Yeah.
Because the beginning is so choppy and weird and
Yeah.
stressful to me. And then whenever it's like time to be stressful, when he's like trying to get Christmas together or hide from Christmas, it's just like funny. I don't know.
I think it just does go like yes, it's exaggerated, but it does go to show like how much people will care about Christmas, but just
What's
like
the opposite of taboo?
like
Like you have to
Mhm.
celebrate Christmas, or
and
else
how
you're
much
not a
like
good person.
pressure people put on other people, to like
Yeah,
celebrate and participate and do things a specific way. And I mean, yes, it's exaggerated, but like I feel like people do experience this. I feel like this movie has gotten more relatable over time than like versus like less relatable.
right.
I
Plus,
don't know.
cruises are nice and enticing.
Yeah.
But I feel like a big reason. I mean, we didn't watch this movie a lot, and I feel like the person in our life that was obsessed with Christmas the most was our mom, but she also hated boats, and I'm pretty sure she hated Dan Aykroyd. Who doesn't, you know?
I didn't know Dan Aykroyd was in this picture.
So like, we're not a boats family, and we're definitely a Christmas family. So I feel like mom would have been out in the streets yelling at these people. No, she
There's
wouldn't have.
Yeah, she didn't like she wouldn't have approved of skipping Christmas. There's no way. There's another movie that I've not seen, but I get the same vibes as Christmas with the Cranks, which is this Deck the Halls
Deck the
movie.
Halls. I get it mixed up all the time.
It's like
I've seen it.
suggested
It's good.
on Google, but like it's got Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. I've never seen this movie. It has 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Dang! I was gonna ask if it was worse or better. That's
So
by 1 point.
yeah, I don't know.
I personally think it's a worse movie.
Yeah.
It's basically the same type of thing, only it's two neighbors competing
Okay. Yeah.
for the best decorated.
Like Tim Allen and Doc Johnson in Home Improvement.
Yes, the Navy butt doc.
I've been thinking about because obviously we've been covering these Tim Allen movies, and just like
Mm-hmm.
there's just so much. He's just done so much, and we've seen so many
All
of
of
his
it.
like TV shows and his movies. Like there's very. I think it's rare that there's like a Tim Allen project that we have not seen as like a family, which is pretty crazy.
Besides his stand-up.
Yeah. Just like so many movies between like the Santa Claus and like even other stuff like Jungle to Jungle is like one
Yeah,
I really
the
like.
Shaggy Dog.
The Shaggy Dog Zoom.
I bet Shaggy Dog has a 4.
I actually clicked on it on Letterboxd. It has like a 1.8 or something like that on there.
Yeah, that one wasn't great. Jungle to Jungle was good.
That was good. Yeah.
Tim Allen,
Galaxy
It's a
Quest.
staple. Galaxy, Toy Story.
Shaggy
1, 2,
Dog got a
3, 4, 5.
25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's
Come on.
unjust. That is just unjust. How dare they? Listeners, get on Rotten Tomatoes right now and lower that score, please. This movie incorporates such a interesting visual editing theme where, like, obviously these people are seeming cultish and scary or like controlling, and it's almost like it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I really, really want to edit this into like a horror movie. But then I looked on YouTube right before we started, and it exists. There's like 3 or 4 versions of a movie trailer that's a horror movie because it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
And I can share it right now if you'd like to watch it with me.
If it's good, I'll check it out.
Okay.
I feel like there's one for the Santa Claus, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
All right. Am I showing?
Are we going to do a reaction video?
Yeah, we're going to do a reaction right now. I actually don't know if we're allowed to because of copyright, but
Yeah,
whatever.
Not.
We'll do like, okay. Do you have sound?
I don't see anything yet.
Oh, really? I thought I was sharing. Screen.
Okay.
All right. Do you have sound?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This shot right here made me think.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's such a creepy one. I mean, Dan Aykroyd fits the bill for it. And then Emmett Walsh's stare behind him.
Yeah.
The creepy kid.
Nothing will be the same.
Yeah. So dumb.
We'll forget Christmas.
It can't happen. No.
Nope. Staring right at him.
I think so.
It's like everybody's the killer villain in this.
Just life.
Again.
It's like The Shining. Anyways, we'll probably cut that up a lot, but that was our reaction. It's just everybody's creepy. Every character in this could be edited as a thriller.
Yeah.
Or like as a villain. But then we all love each other at the end. And if you want to talk about the end, we can. Because that's really sweet.
Well, I like the ending.
We haven't talked about the chaos yet either.
True. There's a lot of chaos. I do feel like the movie, as I was watching it, one of the complaints is it did seem like it drags a little, like, because it just seems like it just keeps like going just like from one thing to the next.
Too much falling apart.
But it is like I said, there's a lot of just like classic Christmas moments, I feel like, in this movie of just like things going wrong. And but I feel like some of the complaints as far as the reviews went was just like maybe they wanted them to stick to like a more pessimistic ending, to where like they should have like stuck with it, you know?
Yeah.
Versus like instead of them like turning like, you know, sentimental and sweet at the end. But I think
that's
like
what
the
saved the movie for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I supported them, yes, but then them learning the true meaning of Christmas like they should every year. Like that really helps, even if Blair is there to ruin everything. What are people saying about Blair, that she's like the problem?
I don't know. The more I think about it, I feel like the parents just need to learn how to say no, is actually what I'm thinking now. Because, like,
yeah,
she comes home and just assumes they're going to put on this party for him and everything. But, I mean, all they had to say was just like, oh, sorry, we didn't think you were going to be in town. We actually didn't put up any decorations. We're not going to put up, we're not going to do a party. I don't know. Just tell them in, loop them in on the situation. But no, she just seems like the type. She just goes off to the Peace Corps. She comes back within like, what, 2 or 3 weeks?
3 weeks and
engaged.
Found a fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Enrique?
What's a Riki?
What's a Riki? It's Peruvian. So he's communist.
They just go to these like extreme lengths to put together the Christmas party for her at the end. And
he tackled a kid.
He what?
He tackled Dewey.
Yeah. Like she gets into that whole fight and like buys that ham basically like writes a check for like to help pay for some kid's college.
They wasted
for the
so
fan.
much money. They just wasted so much money. They probably spent more than they would have if they just stayed home. And they didn't even go on a cruise. But that's okay. Burglars were caught. I love the cops in this movie. I feel like the cops were one of my favorite side characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no real crime here. We're just Andy Griffithin around, Barney Fifing around. You can pay us off if you buy a calendar type of thing. We were going to arrest you, sir, but I guess you're innocent.
Is Vic Fromar, is he like a mob boss or something? Like he's got a control over these cops.
He's got some type of connection. Yeah. And how like Blair just assumed that, oh, the cops are here to pick us up. I guess Dad really donated a lot this year.
Yeah. And even the the umbrella Santa Claus guy, I do remember that from the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking it was just really funny that he just keeps showing up and no one knows who he is. It's like, and it's like, oh, hi Nora, having the big Christmas party this year. He's like, yeah, we are. Blair's coming out. How is Blair?
How is Blair? Yeah.
Like, who's that? That's Marty. One. Marty, of course.
We have a name. It reminded me of that one random Seventh Heaven episode where they have Christmas dinner and they meet this homeless guy. And turns out it's ambiguous at the end that he was kind of an angel. And they invite him into their home on Christmas Eve and they're worried that he's going to be like a burglar. But there was a different burglar in this movie, so... And of course, Dewey is the one that's going to let him out of the cop car. That's such a Dewey activity. I feel like Dewey is in the witness protection program for something that he did. So he's with a new family. Or he's just pretending to be a part of the new family this whole time. He just has two families.
I mean, do people actually get named Spike, though? Like a legal first name? Spike?
I don't think so. There's no way.
Or is that a nickname?
Yeah, Spike. Probably. I mean, I'm sure there's someone who's probably named Spike, but it's more of a dog name, I'd say.
Yeah.
Crashing.
Yeah.
We're getting up there, anyways. One of my other favorite parts was when the power went out on the whole street, and then the next scene is just a lineman getting up there and just hitting the power box with a hammer. There's a lot of expertise there. What other thoughts do we have? Anyway, so we've got hints throughout the movie that their direct across the street neighbors are an old couple, and I forgot their names, but the wife isn't doing very well.
Bev.
And Bev.
And Walt.
Bev and Walt. And it turns out that Bev got cancer again and isn't doing well. And basically people are kind of saying that it's going to be... Ooh, I just dropped a tea bag. Ooh, it hit me. Basically people are saying that this is going to be her last Christmas. And like, how could you be so selfish to go on a cruise? Type of thing. And then at the end, it works out to where it's too cold and snowy to go across the street to the party. So they just hang inside, and Lester, what a weird name for him, comes and ends up giving them the cruise that they have to leave for tomorrow.
You're talking about Tim Allen?
Yeah.
His name's Luther.
Luther, yeah. Weird name. Sorry. Luther. Like from Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
Attaboy, Luther.
So it all wraps up super nicely at the end. The old couple across the street, they're not doing so well, and the wife, Bev, is going through chemo and cancer, and they're saying that this might be her last Christmas. And after all this that he's put the whole neighborhood through, Luther goes across the street and ends up giving the cruise to them. No strings attached. Just go enjoy it. Have a great Christmas, And that was so sweet. It kind of made me cry a little bit. It turned from like a stupid movie to like, oh, it really worked out in the end.
Yeah, it worked for you.
It did.
Me too.
This is a rewatchable Christmas movie. It could be a fun one to watch every year. And I feel like, Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis did a good job at being like empty nester parents. Like I wouldn't say chemistry was like top tier, obviously, but like I feel like they did well feeding off of each other. But yeah, I think that's about all of my notes that I've got.
Yeah. Oh, I had something I was going to say. Now I can't remember.
Oh, one last thing. Isn't it not super weird to see Tim Allen in a desk job?
It is.
In the corporate life. He's either, in everything else we've seen, he's either a tool guy with a TV show, but he's like works on cars and hot rods, or he's like the owner or vice president of an outdoor like Bass Pro.
Yeah.
Or like a toy. Just manly outdoor type of activities as a career. Blue collar. And then he's just like, I thought he was an accountant at first because of those, he's like click clacking to the score.
Yeah.
Which I also really loved.
Yeah.
He was like going with rhythm.
Well, they're talking about making him partner and stuff, so I don't know if it was
I think he's a lawyer. Yeah.
Some kind of legal or, I don't know, some business firm. I don't know.
Yeah. But. So, he was just crunching numbers for the vacation. That's it. So, yeah. But yeah, that's all I think I've got.
I guess as far as the ending too, I think what, why that moment was, I don't know, heartfelt as well was just because they weren't friends. Like they butted heads. Like, the other guy was always calling him old man and stuff like the whole time, hey old man, and not in like a nickname type way, just like kind of to just like get under his skin a little bit,
You're like 10 years older than me. Yeah. He was like 30 years older.
And like Tim Allen's got like, he's got this like nemesis with their cat, next door. Like they keep like, he keeps like almost running it over and stepping on it.
He kicks it twice in this movie.
He like freezes it at one point.
Oh man. Yeah, he does. And then he ends up cat sitting while they go on the cruise.
Yeah, he even volunteers to do that. And so it's like
real change of heart. Kind of a Grinch style, Scrooge style. Saving money, avoiding Christmas, but also stealing Christmas trees and being mean to everybody.
And he does need that moment because like still after they pull the party together, he still like goes into the other room and is kind of like pouting. And
we should just go. We can
Nora's
still go.
Just like you're still mad. You're missing the cruise, aren't you? Like which like kind of a little bit. I had my
too. It's $3,000.
Had my hopes set.
Yeah.
But I do feel like the ending worked for me too. Maybe it was a little predictable. I had forgotten it actually because it had been so long that I had seen it.
Yeah,
like I kind of thought he was just going to go over there and invite them over, And then when he gave them the cruise,
I don't know why they.
Maybe
she was just feeling really bad, but I feel like they could have easily gone over across the street.
Yeah.
But maybe they're just feeling sad and spending time with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, no, it is rewatchable for me, Maybe not every Christmas, but like it's still like it's worth being in the rotation, to throw on. Is it a great movie? No, but it's got good moments in it.
Is it a good movie? Again, no. Why is my thing going crazy?
I just noticed that. Did you turn it on?
Maybe it's got an automatic timer or something. Anyways.
Well, yeah, I think we can wrap it up here. Unless you had any other thoughts here.
The final lessons learned from this movie is that people matter more than cruises, even if they are cultish, forceful, controlling citizens of a very police-controlled mafia suburban life. It's a lot of hyphens I just put in there, but yeah. So we hope that if you're skipping Christmas this year, that you'll celebrate it next year. You know, you go on your cruise, come back, decorate. I have a confession: we haven't decorated in our home this year, and partially it's because Abby had finals, and we're just so busy the past couple weeks from Thanksgiving to now. And then now we were like, oh, we finally have time to decorate our apartment. And we were like, oh, but we're leaving on Saturday, so we're going to Florida.
That's why your lights are on again.
So, yeah. So I guess we're just, what the heck? I'm just going to turn it off. That's so weird. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what would you give this then on Letterboxd, Jeremy?
Dude, I was willing to rip it apart and go down to a 2. It's a 2.5.
2.5? Okay.
It might be a 3. It might be a 3. Because it really is a bad movie. But I like it, and I'm still going to watch it. And that's what I usually do for 2.5s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's obviously it's a bad movie, but I enjoy it a lot. But I don't need it to be like, I don't have any opinion on it. I just have conflicting opinions on it. And it's heartwarming, and I think it's a semi-staple. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when I say it's a 3, it's like I don't have an opinion on it. It's like average.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll stick with 2.5. But it's a guilty pleasure 2.5.
Yeah. For me, I definitely like this movie more than most people, I feel like. I mean, 5% is just, what are you doing? That's not accurate.
Deserves at least a 25%.
Yeah. But it's got a lot of funny moments, and I like the ending, and had good Boy Scout representation,
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's a good amount for scoring. Yeah.
No, but like Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis, like even Dan Aykroyd, like I really like the characters in this movie, and I feel like it's pretty fun. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's not great, but I still like enjoy it. As far as like, when we're talking like ranking like our favorite Tim Allen movies, like this isn't at the top tier for me.
No.
It's almost one that I forget about. Like, oh yeah, Tim Allen was in that, it's like, but like it is a good movie.
Will you put it above or below Santa Claus 3?
I would put it, based on my last viewing of Santa Claus 3, which was a few years ago, I would put this higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not confident enough to say that, but I kind of might agree with you. It's just it's like, it's got everything you need in a Christmas movie. It's just not good. And that's okay. Yeah. There's Hallmark movies too, so,
There's also the aspect
it's definitely not formulaic.
Yeah.
Or
no, that's true. It's just, it does have that aspect of it, like not necessarily like it's a Christmas movie, but like not surrounded like Santa Claus or that kind of stuff, like just kind of like a family.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very opposite of other
I feel like
Tim
it can
Allen
be
Christmas
relatable
movies.
to people that feel pressure around the holidays, that like, even if they like Christmas, it's just like, sometimes want a break,
Yeah. Are there other Christmas movies that Tim Allen is in? Because this is a lot. You think 4 is enough?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's about it. All right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this whole year of Inside Quotes. This is our last episode of the year, of course. So we hope you enjoy this time with your family, enjoy time with your friends, and show each other love, even if it's on a cruise. So yeah, Merry Christmas. and free Frosty. Signing off.
See you next time, old man.
You're like 5 years older than me.